Hi, my name is G, and today I wanted to give a quick demo of a project that I've been working on called fcxref. And first I want to start by talking about what motivated me to create the project. So currently I've been working in FreeCAD a lot on a large and complex model for a wind turbine. And the way that I've broken it up is I've been using the new link features, and I have a bunch of different documents for individual parts, and I use links as well as app part or part to assemble them together. And I have one master document or main document that contains a bunch of spreadsheets, and these spreadsheets define several parameters that make the model parametric. And each of these child documents, if you want to call them that, they have their own spreadsheet and they reference this main or master spreadsheet. And this got pretty difficult to manage because if you were to rename one of these aliases, for example, every place or every document that referenced it would break, and you'd have to go manually rename and update all of those places. And if you just even wanted to query or know all of those places that you were referencing, in this example, vertical plane angle, where are all the places where we reference this? It's very difficult to go through all of these. There's about 60 documents here, 65 I think. So this got very hard to manage. And so yeah, I wanted to create a tool that made this a little bit easier, and that's what I want to get into the demo and show you now. So let me close out of this, and then we'll open up a simpler example. And the example I'm going to be showing is, if you go to the GitHub repository for this, which I'll link to in the video description below, there's a example directory, and within the example directory there's an example document and main document. So I'm going to open up those. So the main document represents that main or master spreadsheet that controls the other documents and drives your model. An example document could just be like a part. And so we see it has a reference to a value in the spreadsheet that lives within the main document, so here. And then kind of elsewhere, just for demonstration purposes, we also see that the cube here has expressions that reference that value in a couple different ways or syntaxes. And then same with the example document, it has one expression that references this. And so yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the README. So the primary way that you can use fcxref is through the command line interface, and before you get access to that, you first need to install it. So all you have to do is copy and paste this command, pip install fcxref, and then you will have the fcxref command available to you. And if you want to know how to use it, then you just pass the --help or -h flag to it, and you can do this. So we see here there are subcommands, so the find and rename subcommands, and we can pass help to those. So I'll do find -h. So it's telling me what I can pass as arguments to this. So let's say I wanted to, going back to our example, I wanted to find all of the places where I reference the value alias within the spreadsheet object in the main document. So let's do that. So I passed a document name, or it could be the label. Spreadsheet name, this could also be the label, surrounded by the angled brackets here. And then the name of the property or alias if it's a spreadsheet. So in our case that's value. And then it's telling me it found 4 references within the example document. And so here we see in the spreadsheet within B1, I have a direct reference to this. And then we call these like indirect references because just by convention, I'll duplicate the name of the property for like the alias of the cell, and then as well as the label next to it. And then we see that the box length, or the name of the cube is box, it has an expression that references this value indirectly. So when I go ahead to rename these, it'll rename all 4 places in the example document. It'll also rename all of these places within the main document, or we call this the owner document. So it'll rename all of these expressions binded to the properties of the cube, the length, the width, and the height, from value to whatever we want to rename it to. So let's do that now and show that off. Let me close out of this. So here we're going to rename value to make this a bit bigger, rename value to renamed value. And it's going to tell me that there are 2 documents that reference this, the example document and then the owner document or the main document. It's asking for confirmation. Do we wish to rename these references? By default, if you just hit enter, the answer will be no. You have to explicitly type Y or yes. So I'll do that. And then it'll tell me the number of documents that were updated, which in this case was 2. So if we reopen those and look at them, so we can see here in the main document we have this was changed from value to renamed value, as well as all of the corresponding places like the expressions for the properties of the cube. And in the example document we see everywhere where there was value before is now changed to renamed value. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now there's just find and rename, and feel free to leave me any comments below in the video, as well as I started a FreeCAD forum post for the fcxref where you can leave any thoughts or feedback as well. I'll leave a link to this in the video description below. And yeah, I hope you find this helpful. Thank you.